Today is a milestone we celebrate in the presence of industry captains. A milestone that is not much spoken of, but as Nikhil Bhai said, is significant for the industry, for we have shaken up a sleeping giant. Under the aegis of the Ministry of Textiles and the leadership of our Secretary, Raghavendra Singh Ji, with the help, the support and the diligent work by DGFT, our Joint Secretary Sanjay Sharan, for the first time in the history of our country, we have dedicated to our country 207 HSN codes for technical textiles. Many might just see this as a function of governance, but I see it as a function of unleashing the potential of not only technical textiles, but an industry that impacts farm life in India and our space pursuits. Today, while I give my remarks for this national conclave, I must admit that this is an idea that was not common to governance. It came to fructify because during one such conclave 3 years ago, I met a gentleman called Mohanji. When we discussed the potential for technical textiles, all he could say was that if you truly are interested in unleashing the potential of technical textiles, do something that has never been done before, lay the foundation by at least recognizing the HSN codes for technical textiles. Seated, I think a few seats away from him, was Mr. Udeshi. And in his typical Gujarati accent, he told me, "Ben, aap pehla karo. Biju badu pachi." That is the prominence that just an HSN code deserved from those who have been leaders in the industry, and somewhere they were cognizant of the fact that we will never utilize our capacity to the fullest till such time that we lay this particular foundation. And for that insight, for that support, I thank the industry captains and the seniors in the industry who guided us and who inspired us to this day. Many have spoken before me. I take pride that a female entrepreneur sits on the stage today, and she spoke about Kumbh and the well-spun towel. Well, Kumbh is a part of our culture, our history, and such is the time now in India that a towel that goes to a sadhu, cheaper than a gamcha, is made in conjunction with technical textile. टेक्नोलॉजी और संस्कार एक स्थल पर कैसे आते हैं, उसका उदाहरण इस बार टेक्निकल टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री ने कुंभ में कर दिखाया है. Why am I so buoyant about the prospects of technical textiles? Our institution of research and learning, SASMIRA, has indicated to the Government of India that any farmer who uses agro-tech, it has been proven now that the farm income of that individual farmer goes up by 60 to 70%. The Honorable Prime Minister speaks of doubling farmer income. And at the forefront of that desire, that thought of the Honorable Prime Minister is the contribution by technical textile in the form of agro-tech. So today we sit here not with dreams of only building new satellites or contributing to space missions, but the technical textile industry can proudly say that on the ground, we help those who feed us. 60% of growth of income is an achievement that should be spoken about from every square corner of this country. That is the contribution of this sleeping giant that awakens today through this national conclave. As has been said by industry leaders, this particular segment of the textile industry is poised to grow by 20%, but only and only, I am told, by deciding on the HSN codes, we are now projected to grow by 2 lakh crores till the year 2021. As has been the case with me, with many industry captains, the first thing I told Mr. Meswani is joining efforts with leaders like Rashesh Shah and validating the job-giving potential of the technical textile industry. I say this because under the leadership of the Prime Minister, when the apparel segment and the made-up segment got a 6,000 crore package, after validating that every crore of investment gives 70 jobs, according to industry, that is the same number of potentially giving jobs by the technical textile industry for every crore investment. Now, this is not a growth that will only be limited to the textile industry. This is a growth that will be exponential in the sectors of even research, education, facilities as small as testing labs. Even for that matter, if we look at the Krishi Vigyan Kendras, over 669 in number across our country, imagine if our agro-tech companies could just get into an understanding, an MOU or a partnership with only Krishi Vigyan Kendras in our country. What is the capacity to impact agricultural growth in our country can only be imagined. I quote here a McKinsey Global Institute report, which has predicted that due to application of agricultural technologies, growth is estimated by 2025 between $45 billion to $80 billion, impacting close to 90 million farmers. That is our opportunity in only one segment of the 12 segments in the technical textile industry. Health. The Prime Minister has introduced a historic initiative to serve the health needs of our country, men and women, under the Ayushman Bharat Yojana. The government is poised to unleash close to 1.5 lakh health and wellness centers across the country. If you look at it from a technical textile perspective, those are the number of health and wellness centers which will now be in need of medical textiles. We never had HSN codes for the same. Today, our domestic manufacturers can compete given the standardization, given the need for quality control that has been mandated, and actually help build, contribute to the segment of medtech. Nikhil Bhai spoke of Gaganyaan. Well, he's Nikhil Meswani, so he has dreams that touch the skies. But today, what can we take pride in? ISRO, for the first time in the history of our country, given the need for quality control that has been mandated, and actually help build, contribute to the segment of medtech. Nikhil Bhai spoke of Gaganyaan. Well, he's Nikhil Meswani, so he has dreams that touch the skies. But today, what can we take pride in? ISRO, for the first time in the history of our country, has said they will invite students from every state in the country, train them so that they understand what are the processes which are endured in making a satellite and how we can motivate the young to take those processes further in their academic careers and then make it a mission in their lives. Now imagine if we had such a prototype in the area of technical textiles. Today I am told that there is a session with the IIT Mumbai Director Devang, who will talk about the research potential in the area of technical textiles. I am happy to share that 530 prototype samples have already been developed within the sphere of the Ministry of Textiles in the past 4 years. 8 centers of excellence have already been set up at the cost of close to 140 crores. We have already trained over 22,000 Indians only in the sphere of technical textiles in the past 3 to 4 years. We have ensured that conclaves, but seminars and programs and conferences at the ground level have been organized, close to 654 of them. We have also focused on incubation centers and set up 11 such centers in the country. Under the aegis of the Ministry of Textiles, we have undertaken 40 geotextile projects for roads, water reservoirs, slope stabilization, and we have ensured that our farmer embraces agrotech at 54 agrotech demonstration centers and distributed kits which basically tell them how to use agrotech in their day-to-day workings across the country. Dr. Saraswat has been kind enough. I'm a lucky lady that first I met Mohanji, then Udeshi Saab told me, and then Dr. Saraswat said that they're all willing to stand up and contribute. Under his leadership, we have constituted a committee, as has been enunciated by the Secretary Textiles, to give us recommendations on the research and development plan for the future growth of the technical textile industry, and specially preparing a way forward for high-performance specialty fibers in India. As has been articulated by Dr. Saraswat, one of our biggest challenges is the import of specialty fibers. And what better a country to ensure that technology is affordable, because we are the affordable innovators of the world. So I'm hoping that these are yet some steps that we have taken, but our capacity to grow and touch the skies is only possible with industry partnership and participation. One such significant participation will be put forth amongst the people of our national capital soon, next month, when an innovation center for technical textiles will be set up in the hub of the national capital with the support of the industry. It is steps like this that I hope help us go beyond the 2 lakh crore projected growth for technical textiles industry. I am grateful that today some of our best research